Hi guys, Basic Brit here. So as you can probably tell by the title and how nothing has changed, I haven't set up my room yet. I haven't got things different. My room literally is such a mess right now. I'm looking at it as we're speaking, and there's stuff everywhere because I'm in the process of fixing everything and getting it looking the way I want it to look. So I'm not going to give you a room tour yet because my room literally looks disgusting. So yeah, I'm saving you from that. I am off tomorrow, so I am planning on trying to get everything together. There are some things that I gotta try to get together for my work tomorrow because I'm always working even when I'm off. But I am gonna try to get my room set up before I do that. Anyways, today's video is actually going to be a little bit about my work because, as many of you know, I am a server and a host at my job, and I love working there. I love being in customer service. I really enjoy that environment. That's where I work best. That's the best kind of place for me, at least right now, because I'm really good at customer service and I enjoy being in that field at the moment. So anyways, I wanted to just let you all know kind of what it's like being in the world of a server. Before I became a server, I was terrified of ever even thinking of working in a restaurant. I never imagined I would ever work in one because I never thought that I would be capable of doing something like that because I knew it was a hard job and I didn't think I would ever be able to do something that is that difficult. But it's actually not as hard as I thought that it was when I was younger because, like, as a teenager, I'm like, wow, like, I don't know how I would be able to handle all of those people at one time and how I would remember to put in all of those orders and, like, do everything that they do. And it was just always something that I was like, I don't think I'd ever be able to do that, and it just scared me. But when I became a host, I opened the possibilities of, well, I can work in a restaurant because I could be a host, because that's easy, right? You just take people to a table. And that is kind of what it is, but there is more to it. Obviously, when you're hosting, you're having to figure out how you're going to seat larger parties and where they're going to go. And at my restaurant, it's just pushing tables together instead of having larger tables for larger parties. So it's kind of like playing chess and figuring out when to stop seating a section so that you can make sure that you're going to have those tables open by the time that party gets there. And being a server is a lot of fun. I actually like it more than hosting because you do have a little more downtime. When you're a host, you're kind of just in the middle of the restaurant the entire time, and you don't really get a break. You're just kind of like up there. And when you're a server, you can go into the side stations or, you know, chill and not be out in the open, and you have a minute to breathe and like think over like, what am I doing? What do I have to do? Yeah, and it's nice. But, you know, every once in a while it is a little frustrating because you will get double or triple sat and you're thinking that the world is going to end because you're like, how am I going to talk to all three of these different tables at the same time? And people don't understand that. They're just thinking like, well, why isn't my server here? They don't know, like, oh, hey, there's 3 other people that just got sat at the exact same time and I'm trying to get to all 3, but one of them's asking a lot of questions about the menu, and of course you're going to help them because this is their first time there and you want them to have the best experience so that they come back. But you can't get to that table all the way over there because you're talking to the one. So always keep that in mind if you're at a restaurant that that's happening, because that definitely happens. And definitely just always keep an open mind of the situation. I always tried my best to keep an open mind whenever I went to restaurants before I even worked in one, because you don't really know what's going on in those people's lives. Like, they're working just like you are. So I always try to keep an open mind at, you know, any place like that where someone is providing a service for you, because they're giving out time in their day, obviously because you're paying for it, but to try to give you a more pleasant experience. But definitely serving and working in a restaurant regardless has made me tip more. I have to say that, because before I would be like, oh yeah, like, I mean, my bill was like $9, so I'll leave like I guess $1, maybe I guess $2. They were pretty good. Now I'm like, I have to leave at least 15% or more. 20%, you know, most of the time, but like if I have it, 20%. If I don't, then at least 15%, because they worked for it. They need that money. I never really like realized how much like it does make a difference. That's kind of the world that you live in when you're thinking of the world that you live in when you're thinking as a server. I haven't been a bartender yet, but I'm hoping that's coming soon. I'm really excited for it because I really want to become one because I think it sounds fun. Is that weird? I think it sounds fun, and like I am one of those people that constantly like to be challenged. So now that I have become a server, like I want to go the next step and I want to try something new. I don't like to settle, like I like to keep doing new things. So yeah, that's basically kind of what I wanted to come on here and talk about today, just because that's kind of what I've been reflecting on for the past 2 weeks or so. Because I've just been working a lot of shifts, and I was like, you know, like I'm gonna make a video about like working in a restaurant, you know, so like to give people like the view of the worker, because I definitely never I never looked at it in the way that I look at it now, before I worked in one. Like it's a whole different like spectrum now. When I go to sit into a restaurant, I'm like, oh, like the way that they talk, I'm like, oh, that was really good like greeting, I'm gonna use that next time when I work. And yeah, so that's basically like what I was like, I'm gonna make a video on this. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that gave you like a little insight of what it's like working in a restaurant. Definitely like just know that if it's a good employee, if you go eat at a restaurant, I'm hoping that you're gonna get good employees, that they are going to try their hardest to give you the best experience, because you know the only reason that they're there is to get paid, and like they don't want to not get paid well. So obviously they're going to try their best to be their best for you, to give you a pleasant experience, so that you're, you know, not thinking like, wow, this really wasn't worth my money, like I don't know why I came here. They want you to come back. Like we definitely want you to come back. So always keep that in mind. Just definitely always keep that in mind, because I never looked at it that way until I worked in a restaurant. And definitely it's not as scary as you would think. For the people who are thinking of working in a restaurant, it's not as scary as you think. It's actually a lot of fun. I really like doing it. I've made a lot of friends doing it, and I've met a lot of interesting people. Hosting has let me meet like so many people. It's crazy. And if you're one of those kind of people that like really like to see different kinds of people and like interact with different kinds of people, then it's definitely a good job for you. I mean, like, you know, long term or short term, either one. If like you want to be a manager and like you want to work in customer service, then that's definitely a great place to be. Or if you just, you know, want to do a job on the side that has good side hours while you're doing school or whatever else you're doing, it's a really great job for that too, because it's totally flexible. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm planning on hopefully doing the room tour Thursday. I want to film it tomorrow, so we'll just see what happens. I hope you all loved this video. I know I've said that probably like 3 times, but anyways, whatever. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.